Hello everyone, welcome back to LaExcellence Bengaluru Presents Current Issue of the Day episode number 188. Today we will discuss about Air Quality Life Index. The index says that if you are living in Delhi, then your life is already 8 years shorter because you are losing your life expectancy by 8 years because of air quality. We will discuss more important facts related to air quality index in this today's video. Why it is in news, background, what is air quality index, parameters, highlights, as well as Indian angle. So in GS or in syllabus, it comes under GS2 health and GS3 environment and ecology and pollution. Context is air quality life index is not just about pollution levels. It translates PM 2.5 exposure, that is particulate matter 2.5 exposure, to how many years of life are lost if pollution stays at the current levels, making it a more human-centered measure than just air quality index, which tells you daily pollution level. At the Indian level, we have air quality index, we also have ambient air quality standards, but these standards or this index do not talk about the impact of this pollution on your health or on your life expectancy. But this air quality life index includes this aspect as well. So we will see who publishes this, what is the methodology behind this. So what is air quality life index? It is a research based index measuring the impact of air pollution, especially particulate matter 2.5, on the life expectancy. Developed by Mitchell Greenstone and Energy Policy Institute, that is EPIC, and University of Chicago. Next, the method is it combines data on long-term pollution exposure plus particulate matter 2.5. Purpose, it shows real health cost of air pollution in terms of lost years of life expectancy. Normally, we see these loss of life expectancy in terms of loss of life expectancy is normally seen in diseases, in life-threatening diseases. There we talk about morbidity. There we talk about loss of life expectancy. Now, even this pollution is also turning into a kind of disease. So, next is parameters used in air quality life index. First is primary parameter is the annual average of PM 2.5 concentration, that is satellite plus ground monitors. Next is health impact parameter, that is dose response function, which that is increase in PM 2.5 results in decrease in life expectancy, which is derived from epidemiological studies. What is this epidemiological study? It studies the direct impact of PM 2.5 on the life. Next, the benchmarks according to this is, according to the WHO guideline, 5 microgram per millimeter or meter cube is the pollution level. Anything above this is considered as non-healthy or polluted. Anything below is considered as non-polluted. Next, national standards in India, for example, it is around 40 microgram per meter cube. Supporting data is population distribution, that is exposure weighted, regional mortality and health baselines, and historical pollution exposure trends. All these things are considered and then they are plotted against a graph which will result in this air quality index, and based on the index the countries are ranked. Okay, now let us see what is the index. What does index talk about? India, that is India's most severe health threat. The index says that, or the report says that life expectancy is reduced by 3.5 years on an average throughout India. 3.5 years on an average throughout India. Therefore, there are certain regional discrepancies as well. That is, in areas such as Delhi, the life expectancy decrease is almost 8 years, and in regions such as northeastern states, it is less than 1 year. So we will discuss that also. Comparison with other risk, that is this air pollution related health risk is 2x greater impact than the malnutrition. That is, the number of years lost to malnutrition is lesser or 2 times lower compared to this air quality. Next is 5 times greater impact than unsafe water or sanitation. Normally, when we talk about health hazards in India, we talk about malnutrition and water and sanitation. Water and sanitation. They are taken so much of care and they are given so much of importance in India because of their significance or their threat on human life. However, we can see here that air pollution is almost twice this malnutrition and 5 times greater impact than this water sanitation level. So what should be the priority? Priority should be air quality or air pollution, which we are not taking at the moment. Next is pollution spread. All of 1.4 billion Indians are exposed to some sort of pollution or living in areas exceeding WHO's PM 2.5 safe limit, that is 5 microgram per meter cube. That is, even the remotest areas in India such as northeastern and western Ghats do not pass the WHO standards, that is 5 microgram per meter cube. So all throughout India, every person is exposed to some sort of pollution. Next, the regional impact. Northeastern belt is the world's northern belt, sorry, not northeastern, northern belt of India is the world's most polluted zone. Especially Delhi and NCERT, the life expectancy loss of 8.2 years according to WHO standard 5 microgram per meter cube. Next, Bihar, there is a loss of 5.6 years, Haryana there is a loss of 5.3 years, and UP there is a loss of 5 years. So this is how many life we are losing because of air pollution. Next, why, and also even in India's weaker standard, that is 40 microgram per meter cube, Delhi NCR residents still lose 4.74 years. Okay, forget about WHO standard. Let us apply the Indian standard as well. Even if you apply Indian standards, you are still losing more than 5 years, almost equal to 5 years in Delhi NCR region. And 46% of Indians live in areas exceeding even the India's PM 2.5 limit. Forget about 5 microgram per meter cube. In India, we are exceeding 40 microgram per meter cube in almost 46% of Indian territories, or 46% of Indians are exposed to these threats. Next, the potential gains, that is in meeting India standards, that is plus 1.5 years, and meeting WHO stricter limit is going to result in plus 9.4 months. That is, you are going to gain extra 1.5 years if you are going to reach or reach Indian standards, that is 40 microgram per meter, and if you consider WHO's, you are going to gain 9.4 months of life expectancy. Next, South Asia context. It is the most polluted region globally. That is, PM 2.5 concentration rose to 2.8 in 2023 after a brief dip in 2022. That is mainly caused because of COVID-19 disruption. Next, air pollution cuts 3 years of average life expectancy across South Asia. Most affected zones is the life reduced by 8+ years, such as Delhi, Bhutan, and other regions. Next, we'll discuss why does India perform so poorly in these kinds of indexes. First is fossil fuel dependency. That is, coal still makes up to 70% of India's electricity, and power plants are clustered near population hubs, which aggravates this air pollution. Vehicular emissions. Explosive rise of vehicles, that is over 30 crore registered through poor fuel quality until recently and weak public transport. Next is crop residue burning, especially in the region of Punjab, Haryana, UP, contributes to winter smog in Delhi and NCR. Then the construction dust. Unregulated construction, road dust and mining activities. These are also resulting in PM 2.5. Next, weak enforcement of weak enforcement of laws. India has good laws such as Air Act, NGT Act, Water Act, etc. But there is a poor implementation due to fragmented authority across center and states. That is the story of India. There are laws, there are wide range of laws available in India, but what is the issue? The implementation of those laws is the issue in India. Population density. High population exposure magnifies health impacts, unlike sparsely populated countries with a similar pollution. Then is industrial clusters. Unregulated brick kilns, small scale industries and refineries emit unchecked pollutions. So because of all these various multitude of reasons, India is always at the top of either be it air quality or be it air quality life index. India performs very poorly in these kinds of reports. Next is, under this report, the report highlights or index highlights the China's reversal. That China was also similar to India prior to 20 or 10 years, but now China has reversed it. How and why? The index says that China was once as polluted as India, if not worse. But from 2013-2020, it cut pollution by 42% and gave citizens back 2 years of life expectancy. 2 years of life expectancy was given back to the citizens, meaning they improved their air quality. Next, their strategy was Action Plan on Air Pollution 2013, which is a legally binding targets for provinces. Next, massive coal reduction, that is, it shut down coal plants near cities, shifted them to natural gas and renewables. India can explore these options, but India is not at the level of China in terms of economy or energy security. So India still needs coal for our energy security. Next, clean energy transition. China made heavy investment in solar, wind, hydro and nuclear regions. Next is stricter vehicular norms. Faster adoption of Euro equivalent emission standards, heavy push for electric vehicles. India has also adopted Euro equivalent emission standards in BS stage 4, BS stage 6, but the implementation again lacks there. Then industrial relocation. Moving polluting industries away from the urban centers has helped in improving the air quality index. Then centralized accountability, that is, Beijing monitored real-time air data and penalized non-compliance. So there was accountability as well. The result was cities like Beijing and Shanghai, once infamous for air apocalypse, up north, similar to apocalypse, there is air apocalypse. Air apocalypse in the sense nothing but doom which is caused by air pollution. Smog saw significant improvement in air quality within the decade. So what can India learn from China and what should be the way forward for India to improve better in these kinds of indices? First is strengthen NCAP, that is National Clean Air Program. Current target is 20 to 30% reduction in PM 2.5 by 2024 in 131 cities. Needs expansion plus strict monitoring, and then energy transition, shifting away from coal to green transition energy. Rapidly cut coal dependence, invest in solar, wind and green hydrogen, and also focusing on electric mobility, that is push EV adoption with a better charging infrastructure, phase out diesel vehicles. Next is crop burning solutions, that is incentivize farmers with machinery such as happy seeder, poster decomposers, direct cash transfers to stop the stubble burning. One of the major reason behind Delhi's pollution is the stubble burning which is practiced across Punjab and Haryana. Next, dust and construction control. There should be strict enforcement on construction sites, urban vacuum cleaning and paved roads. Next, we could focus on decentralized monitoring. More real-time air sensors across the towns linked with penalties and industries which are implemented in spirit, not just in letter. Next is public health framing. Treat pollution as a health emergency. How you treat malnutrition and water insanitation as a health emergency, we should also treat air pollution as a health emergency, not just environmental. Make it part of public health policy like China did way back in 2013. Next, regional cooperation, that is air doesn't respect state boundaries. NCR needs a joint body with Punjab, Haryana, UP, Rajasthan and other surrounding states for better coordination. Next, need to bring behavioral change. Okay, whatever the government or whatever the regulatory bodies or whatever the bureaucracy does, it doesn't matter in the end if the behavioral change doesn't come from citizenry. So, public awarenesses to reduce firecracker use, adopt clearance fuels or cleaner fuels such as LPG and PMG, and support green urban practices. All these things are required so that India can reduce the loss of life expectancy and give back the life expectancy to Indian citizens. So these are the topics which I wanted to discuss today. I think I covered this topic very holistically. There are every chances that there can be a question on this air quality life index in the prelims. So remember, it is an index which is not produced by WHO or World Bank or etc. It is produced by University of Chicago. Okay, and it is also not from India alone. Normally, we tend to confuse with air quality index and air quality life index or national ambient air quality standards. National ambient air quality standards, air quality index, or national management of air pollution are the Indian initiatives. But this air quality life index is not from India. It is a private institute, especially the University of Chicago. Okay, that is important from prelims pointers. So this ends our discussion for the day. If you like the video, then please hit the like button, comment on it, and also share with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any notification. With this, I will end the video. Jai Hind.